we are. My fellow people of the area generally known as America, um, who are not American citizens, or maybe are American citizens, or who knows, who cares? We live in a country, and the State of the Union is not good. We need to make this good. Earlier today, we heard from the President of the United States of America, and although I agree with him on many fronts, we're not doing enough. Okay, we're not coalescing around the idea. The idea should be that we should get to be united, and we are nowhere near being united. Here I am, Cindy the Great, speaking to you, the people living in the area known as America. I don't want to say that we are exactly the American people. I don't want to use these terms, okay? I really don't, because we're not. We're not the American people. I mean, we're just not. We're people who reside in an area. Well, we're actually not even that. I can go on and on about that, but we're not gonna. Let's just use general terms. You are people. You are living, breathing human beings, points of consciousness, and blah blah blah. And you are living in an area that is geographically known as the United States of America. Therefore, by most of you are probably citizens. So, but any which way, you are not. We need to start actually working as a group. And I know this is going to be very difficult because people are more divided than ever from what I see. And that's got to stop. I mean, it really has to stop because for the most part, it doesn't make a goddamn difference. It really doesn't. It doesn't make a lick of difference what you believe in politically because ultimately you, the little man, has no power whatsoever. You have about as much power to you as I do, which is next to nothing. So, I mean, the people with the power are the people, speaking on your television. They're the president of the United States, and they're the other party, the oppositional party. We can't even actually talk about party politics because we've gone on to this point in time where there's no more Democrats and there's no more Republicans because they don't even fit in those boxes anymore. I mean, there's conservatives and leftists. There's liberals. Liberals used to be a good thing. Now it's a bad thing. There's, we can't even use the old labels. We have to actually come up with the new labels to describe us because that's how divided we are. And this needs to stop. I mean, so maybe we need to actually sit around and actually talk about labels. I mean, I understand a lot of people don't like labels. They don't like don't label me. I'm not that. I'm not this. I'm not this. I mean, hey, you know what? I mean, you want to give me labels? Fine. I'm white. I'm trans. You know, I'm a man. I'm a woman. I'm your common man or woman. And that's exactly where I'm standing here at this point. I am the common man or woman. Take your pick. It's your choice. It's how you see me. I'm the common man or woman. Okay? I mean, basically, that's it. So, we need to, as a people, start getting to the point of what's real and stop being, well, butt heads for crying out loud. I mean, quit the division. A little tool around the internet And I can tell you that we're coming to this point where you can't even talk to people. I see people in their little profiles, and well, I'm looking to meet somebody, but no Trump supporters. I mean, there you go. You're just knocking off half your population. I mean, I don't want to talk to anybody in the opposite side. I don't think I could possibly have any commonality with somebody on that side. So the point of the matter is you actually have commonality with everyone. You really do. I mean, if you're living and you're breathing and you consider yourself to be a human being, um, you have a commonality with everybody else. And that's what's so beautiful about it. I mean, so quit killing yourself with these labels. Quit, just you gotta stop. You gotta stop with the labels. I mean, I don't want to get into everything else with all the labels because there's a billion labels out there. You can label anybody with anything, and it needs to stop. I mean, the whole point of the matter is you should learn to live with everyone else and ultimately realize, yes, I'm human. I might have a different point of view, blah, 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 blah. But you're not going to change other people's ideas. I mean, most people are so hell bent set in their ideas that they're never going to change. It's like, well, I fought in the army, or I fought in the Marines, or I fought in, you know, and I don't deal with the transgenders and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? That's fine. If you want to live with that, great. We're not going to change you. I can't change you. But what I'm doing is trying to appeal to everybody is to learn to understand the differences and realize that not everybody is the same as you, because while you might have served honorably in the military, you might have somebody in your family that doesn't believe in joining the military. While you may believe that, marriage is between a man and a woman, you might wind up dealing with a member of your family who doesn't see it that way. And not that I condone anything. I really don't. I mean, I just don't want to condone. It's not my thing. Okay? I mean, everybody's free to be themselves. And it's not my place to tell them otherwise. I don't have to like it, and I don't have to deal with it either. But I will probably talk to at least those people and try and understand exactly where they're coming from. I mean, I am actually technically part of community, but yet not part of a community because I differ from that community way out. I mean, we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. I mean, I'm not sitting here telling you you have to tell me that I'm a woman because your brain's not telling you I'm a woman. So, hey, that's fine. You see what you see. A lot of people actually do see it the other way, but you know what? It, I'm not forcing it on anybody. Just let me live my life. You let me live my life, and I'm going to let you live your life. But let's get back to the State of the Union. It's not good. The government is shut down. And you are going to tell me that we need the government. Oh, we need the government. No, we don't need the government. I'm sorry for the people who work for the government and they are out of a job right now or temporarily furloughed or whatever the terminology is, but somehow or another, they're not drawing a paycheck. Okay, I feel bad for you. But on the other hand, I also say, get a real job. Okay, because you're not actually doing anything for the economy. the greater economy, you're not. So, and I think maybe ultimately we're going to see this, and we're going to come to see some trying times where people are going to say, wait a minute, I'm not getting a paycheck? Maybe you should have picked a company that was actually soluble. And the government is anything but soluble. Okay? If your common business ran like the government, they would have been out of business a long, long time ago. And it doesn't take me to tell you that. I mean, any idiot could have told you that. And maybe that's what I am, just a useful idiot. But what I'm going to tell you here is this. Maybe you should have gotten a regular job. Maybe you should have gotten a job in the private sector. We don't need all these government jobs. And this is coming from someone whose father was, worked for the IRS. Not an IRS agent capacity, but he did work for the Internal Revenue Service. Um, in some sort of capacity, and he liked to say, like, I work for the federal government. Well, yes, he did, but no, he really didn't, because actually the IRS isn't really part of the federal government. They never were supposed to be part of the federal government, and a lot of them are furloughed now. And actually, if my dad was alive right now, he'd probably be furloughed too. But it doesn't matter because, well, he's not alive, and if he was alive, he'd still be in his mid 70s or something like that. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, it just goes to show you that we really don't need the IRS. I mean, ultimately, a lot of things are going to happen probably in the next year or so. I don't have a timeline. I don't have a crystal ball, but a lot of things are going to happen soon enough, which is going to make people see that, yeah, we really don't need all this whole government thing. We should be able to have something called self-determination. And self-determination actually sounds pretty good. So you should learn self-determination. Meanwhile, looks like the field is now clearing up. I really don't want to get up into all the who's running and who's not running. But I'm just going to tell you this. Every single one of them who is like sticking their neck out on the Democratic side, like, as I'm going to take on Donald Trump, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. I mean, the man is solid. He's not the thing, I mean, if I thought he could be beaten, I'd get into the running. But you know what? I'm just going to ride out the next 4 years, ride out the next 6 years, because the real race is now 2024. And you might be looking at who might be in charge in 2024, if we even have a country by then. That's it. Okay? All these people, Elizabeth Warren, AOC, she's a moron. She really is. I mean, I swear to God, you leftists, just start to learn. We'll set you straight. We'll set you right. Okay, and it doesn't have to be communism, because if there's one thing we should know, communism never works, and it has never worked in this country. It has never worked in this country. We fought against it, and we will continue to fight against it, and communism will never happen in the United States of America. It won't. Not under my watch. Not if I can do anything about it. I'm just your common man or woman. So that's it. Well, that's the state of the disunion. And in the immortal words of the President of the United States, the State of the Union is not good. I mean, that is the message that he needs to deliver probably in the next week or so. I mean, if he gets to deliver it, whether it be from the House chamber or the the Senate chamber or the Oval Office, or I don't care where he says it. But, I mean, I really finally want a president right now who will actually honestly level with the people and say, yeah, you know what? Things are not good. And here's my plan to fix it. And I have actually full faith in the man that he's going to fix it. And if he can't fix it, I'm going to get to work and I'm going to fix it. Because we're going to fix it. It has to be fixed. It's something that needs to get done. And if you don't understand that, well, you're lost. But things that need fixing. Okay? The State of the Union is not good. And I'm not even a statist. I hate the state. Okay? Especially Illinois, by the way. I mean, we've recently got a new governor. And the new governor, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it because he's just a billionaire. He's just another billionaire who bought it. People are like, well, he's rich and successful, so he must know what he's doing. So why don't you elect somebody who's a common man or a woman? Luckily, I reached both those. So any which way, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the show.